there are many of them, they don't know how to use a product. So labeling will make them understand what is a product. Any tube, which is, it can be a cosmetic, it can be paste, it can be anything, they should go with this strap, and the strap is a part of labeling. See, business studies is not just about the management or the other things. It is all about what, how careful you are when you go for any business, buying or selling of. When a product is bought, some money is paid for it. That some money is called price. This money represents the sum of value. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Business Studies in Vidyashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. In the last session, we understood about the packaging and all these things. Now we'll go with the next one, that is called labeling. Here students, you need to understand what exactly labeling is all about. Labeling is a process of giving or rendering information to the customers. Here what happens is, customers, the minute they buy the product, when they start using the product, there are many of them, they don't know how to use a product. So labeling will make them understand what is a product, what are the directions. Now everything will be given in the product itself. We call it as labeling. Now many of us, we know that there are few products where labeling is not done in the product itself, but they're gonna give you a coupon, or they're gonna give you a separate page where everything is listed. Even that is also called labeling. Here what it is, it can vary from a simple tag to a complex graphic, right? This is called as labeling. So labeling is for what? It is for rendering information. It renders what? Information. Information to whom? To the customer or the consumer who consumes the product. Here what happens in labeling is, the labeling, it varies from what? Simple tag attached to a product indicating some information. What is it? Some information about the quality or price. It can actually go with quality, it can go with price, or it can actually go with manufacturing date. You have manufacturing date, or you have expiry, right? You have expiry. You have so many other kind of a thing. You have the net weight, that is the quality, as well as you have quantity, right? Everything. You have directions, that is how to use, directions to use. All these things are what? It's a part of labeling. And why it is given? It is for the information. And I'll tell you few of the things which are mandatory to be in the product as a labeling is given by the government of India as well as the other country. Here why is that they give? Without labeling, what happens? The product is not certified. Even see, the certification is also done in the labeling only. You have ISI mark, ISO mark, you have FSSAI for the food and everything. That is all there in the labeling. And labeling gives what? A standard to the product. See example, the hot chips in your near your residence and the Lays or the Bingos, if you go with it, now labeling is not there in the hot chips, right? What they actually prepare. The reason is what? They don't have a brand. Though the name of the particular business is hot chips, but they don't have a brand of their own. That's why the labeling is not there. If you have a brand, you are supposed to have labeling. So next we have functions of labeling. What exactly happens in the functions of labeling? Why labeling is so important? What exactly the advantage of it, significance of it, what exactly it works? Understand. First and the most thing is what? It goes and it gives you something called information, and it is a clarity basis information, and it clarifies all your answers, right? It clarify all your answers. But there are few products where labeling is not done 100%. So some hidden will be there. Now you are supposed to be very cautious about it. Example, I'll tell you, you have your toothpaste, right? You have your toothpaste. Now here what happens is just a symbol, right? Just that symbol will signify what exactly it contains. Understand here. In the bottom of the toothpaste, if you go with it in the tube, you have kind of a mark, a strap will be there. Now that strap can be black, green, or it can be red. Now the strap will only tell you that what exactly it signifies. Now it's a homework for all you students, that is, just go check your toothpaste and the strap which is there in the bottom of the tube. Now here what happens, if it is black means it is majorly of more chemicals. That means every day you are using your toothpaste, right? Every day at least once. I'm telling you, when I say at least, that means there are many people who go with at least once. There are many people who go with twice in a day, and I'll tell you, few of you, sometimes when it is a holiday or something, I know that what you people do, so I don't need to tell you what exactly happens. Now green means it is chemical free. Red means, yeah, slight percentage of chemicals are lesser than the black. Now understand, these are the things which you are supposed to know. It is a part of labeling. It is a part of labeling. Any tube, whatever, any tube which is, it can be a cosmetic, it can be paste, it can be anything, they should go with this strap, and the strap is a part of labeling. Then you have many of the other kind of a thing. The standard, you have FSSAI, you have ISO, then ISO, you have all these things are what? It's a part of labeling, because it should brand the product as well as it should give more information to the customers. Next one here. What is the first function? The first function is it describes the product and specify its contents. It specify its content. When a product will not specify content, that means the brand is not up to the mark, it is down. If it specifies, then the brand is really good, because they are free to tell everybody what exactly they go with. Next one here is identification of the product or brand. There are few particular labeling. What happens is, the minute you see the graphics, right, the minute you see those tags, you will get to know this is what the product is. This is what the product is. Now I'll tell you here what happens is, there are few products, the minute you see from a distance only, you will get to know, okay, this is what the product is. That is the beauty of labeling. Next one, it is grading of product. See, grading, when you go with it, it's all about rating. It's all about what? Rating. How exactly the product is, rating. Understand the way Apple phones are being labeled, and then you have Oppo or Vivo or any of the thing. You just compare it, how the labeling differs. It helps in the promotion of product. It helps in what? Promotion of a product. See, when you go with a promotion of a product, what happens is, you have a product. How is that the product is manufactured? Understand the process of labeling and packaging here. Now the raw material will be there, it will get converted into finished goods. Now the industry, whatever it is, they are done with everything. Now finished goods is ready, but this finished goods cannot be given to the consumer, because it is what? It should be designed properly. Now what happens is, now designing, then packaging and labeling is done. Now everything is done. Understand, only the consumer or the customer will not see all these process. He'll only see the labeling and packaging. What is it? The labeling and packaging. Only these two he'll actually consider, and then he'll buy the product. He don't know that where exactly the raw material was, what is the industry, what exactly finished goods, nothing. Just because he saw the product, he felt good about it, he read about the product, he felt that this is healthy, and now he's consuming it. This is what the beauty of labeling. The more you attract the consumer to buy the product, now you are doing justice to your work, is what labeling goes with. And next thing is, it provides information which is required by law. The law, I told you about the strap, whether it is a black one or a green or red. There are many other colors which you are supposed to identify, and then you are supposed to know what are that colors signifies. Whether you are using a healthy product or you are using some product which is chemical not free. Next one here, providing information required by law, in the sense what? The law also says that if you have registered your company, if you are going with your product for the consumers or the public at large, you are supposed to go with few of the code of conduct. What you are supposed to do? You are supposed to go with code of conduct. Now this code of conduct, COC, what exactly it says is there should be minimum things. What is it? Minimum criteria. Minimum criteria, that is, it should be there in labeling. In labeling, what are the minimum criteria? I told you about quantity, how much is the net gram. That's why, see, in any product whichever you buy, they'll tell you, they'll be specifically, they'll tell you that this is what the price is, this is what the quantity is, this is the manufacturing date, this is the expiry date, best before. Again, every cautious things they'll tell. Now who are the people who want you people to know? That is the government, because the government want you to understand what the product is. There are many of the wholesalers or the retailers, what they do is, even after the product is expired, they still have it in their shop. Now it is a customer's duty as well as the wholesaler or the retailer duty to identify this. That's why I tell you, students, whenever you go and buy any product, the first thing what you should do is, you should check the expiry date, you should check the price, you should check the net weight. All those things you are supposed to check, because see, business studies is not just about the management or the other things. It is all about what? How careful you are when you go for any business, buying or selling of goods, how informative you are. And labeling will provide you all about information. So what is that you should do? You should actually read it. Don't use any product because your friend was using it or your sister is using it, your dad, mom, they actually go and buy the product. See, whatever you use, at least you should know what exactly the product is, what are the benefits of this product, what are the demerits of this product. I want you people, whenever you go and buy any of the medicines, the local drugs, right? That is the medicines which you can consume when the doctors prescribe it, right? The question is what? The doctors will prescribe, only then you are supposed to use the medicine. That particular time, don't just blindly take it. Again, you are supposed to do little research. The labeling will provide you everything. What is the combination, everything. So please understand that. The next one here is pricing. Now we are done with packaging and labeling. Now we will go with pricing. How the pricing is done? Understand the simple formula of pricing here. The pricing formula is, you have total cost plus you have profit. We call this as the selling price. Okay. Now this is what the pricing, selling price. How is this given? Now understand, here in total cost, what happens is, that is cost incurred to manufacture a product. Cost incurred to manufacture a product. You have two of the variations. One is the fixed cost, another is the variable cost. So I'll repeat, one is the cost which is fixed, it will not change whatever happens, and you have variable cost, the cost will change whatever happens. So these are the two things which you should know. One is fixed cost, another is variable cost. We call this as total fixed cost, total variable cost. Now in the next sessions, I'll be teaching about how these things will actually work out. Now here, this cost, if you add this with the total variable cost, you get the total cost. Now everything is included, whatever you have included to manufacture any of the product, that is all included in these two costs. We call it as total cost. Now pricing, how? You need to see how much profit you want from one unit. You need to only calculate about what? How much profit you want from one unit. Irrespective of any number of output you produce, you are supposed to calculate for one unit how much. Then you are supposed to go with, what should be my profit? My profit can be, it varies from it varies from even 1 paisa to any kind of amount. The reason is, business you are doing, it should not go for a loss. But students, in this 21st century, I'll tell you, it is a question mark whether you are making profit or a loss. Sometimes you make profit, sometimes you make losses. That is what business is all about. But usually what you people should do is, you should only think about the profit, because the profit will only serve you in so many ways. That is, you can grow your company, you can expand your company, you can survive in the market, you can actually think about the next year also. Then after calculating, then you will get what? Selling price. Now understand, pricing, when a product is bought, some money is paid for it. What is it? What does pricing means? When a product is bought, some money is paid for it. That money is called pricing. That money is called pricing. That is selling price. Next one, this money represent the sum of values. What is it? It represent what? Sum of values. Values that consumer exchange. Now what does that happen here? Understand. Here we have a buyer and here we have a seller. Now the seller can be a retailer, wholesaler, or a manufacturer. Understand this. There are three. One is a retailer, wholesaler, manufacturer. If you have somebody like, you can also have agent. Now agent is a person who's a broker, a middleman. Again, all these people are what? The middleman. The manufacturer is the first primary person. Now understand. Now the buyer goes and he wanna take something from the seller. Now what it is? There is a exchange. The seller will give him the product. The seller will give what? Product. And the buyer will actually give price for the product. We call it as pricing. So when a product is bought, some money is paid for it. That some money is called price. This money represents the sum of values. It represents values that a consumer, who is this? This person, when he consumes a product, he becomes consumer. Till then he is a customer. That consumes, exchange for the benefit of having or using the product. Now this person will give the money, he'll take the product. Now he need to use the product. What is it? Use the product. That is called pricing. Now the next one we have is factors affecting pricing determination. That is, factors which affects price determination. How are the factor? What are the factor? Why the factors are there which will affect pricing? Is there are few. That is, one is product cost. What is it? Product cost. We call it as a cost for the material, total cost to manufacture a product. Next you have utility and demand. Now understand, utility and demand is a primary function for any of the pricing. That is, only when there is a demand, the manufacturers need to manufacture it, or else what will happen is whatever he has manufactured, it will go for a vain. Next one is extent of competition in the market. Sometimes what happens is, though you are making 2 rupees profit, now because of over competition, cutthroat competition, now from 2 rupees you will come to 50 paisa, but still that 50 paisa is also a profit. Now but pricing, there will be a problem due to competition. Now understand, I'll give you an example here. Total cost plus profit is equal to selling price. Now let's go with this. To manufacture, to produce a pencil, right? To manufacture a pencil, say it is, say, 3 rupees. Okay. Now you are keeping, say, 1 rupee as a profit and you are selling it for 4 rupees. Understand? Now because there is no competition in that particular place, what have you done is, you have introduced a pencil and it is for 4 rupees, but the total cost for manufacturing that pencil is 3 rupees. Now the profit is what you get, that is 1 rupee you get extra. Now profit means something which you get extra, more, that we call it as profit. Something which you are supposed to give, that is, you are incurring losses. When you get is called profit, when you give it is called losses. Now don't get confused with discount and all. Though people give you discount, 50% sale, 30% sale, that doesn't mean that they are making loss. Even there is something called profit is hidden. So don't get a mindset saying that the minute 50% off is there, I should go, I should buy it. Even then also he is taking or he is making money. Now understand the concept here. Because of competition for your product, what has happened is, the other seller, he is actually selling it for 3 rupees 50 paisa. How much? He is selling it for 3 rupees 50 paisa. Now what happens? Many people will go and they'll buy the product. Now your 4 rupees is there. Due to extent of competition in the market, now there is a what? There is a variation, that is, it affects pricing. Next, what you will do is, you will go with the same, say 3 rupees is the total cost, plus, now instead of 1 rupee, what you will do, 0.50 is equal to 3 rupees 50 paisa. Now what happens is, both of you are in the same way. Both of you are in the same way. Then what is that? Affects the pricing, affects because of competition. Next one, government and legal regulations. Now government and legal regulation. Now the government, once in 2000, what happened was, there was manufacturing of plastic used to happen. Manufacturing of plastic. Now plastic was in high demand, everybody will actually use it. Even after the plastic is banned, you know that in many of the places, retailer or the wholesaler, they use plastic even now. Now because of the government and legal regulation, what has happened? Understand this. I'll give you an example of, say, uh, products like shampoos or product like soaps. Now because of regulations of government, there are few companies who have reduced the cost, reduced the selling price of basic things. The reason is what? These basic things you are not supposed to raise. The reason again is the government. Now go with the pricing of petrol, right, or diesel. Why it is fluctuating? Because of the world market, not because of Indian market or Karnataka market. It is for the world market. But due to the regulations of government, again due to the taxation, due to the demand and supply, see what exactly happens in the pricing of Jammu Kashmir petrol or the diesel is not the same of Karnataka petrol or diesel. The reason is what? Again, government and legal regulations. Next is pricing objective. In the pricing objective, what happens is, you have few objective. One is you want short profit or you want long profit. Now you will have all these pricing things, that is, how much you are supposed to price, how much you are supposed to charge. You have two kind of pricing. One is penetration and another is skimming. Another is what? Skimming. Now what is this W? I'll tell you here. Now it's a win-win case. That is, in penetration, what happens is, you will go with less price, and then you will increase the price. We call it as penetration. Where here skimming means you will have high price in the initial, then you will reduce it, right? Example I'll tell you. The skimming goes with all your gadgets. Now your iPhone, the minute iPhone comes, what is the advertisement or what exactly it is? You know that it will be 1 lakh rupees. Now after 1 year, the same iPhone, it comes to 60,000, 30,000, or it even comes to 5,000 rupees. Now understand, that is, at the cost it is high, later it is low. Now here you have like penetration. All your commodities, that is, which is eatable, they go with the penetration. First it was less, now it is more. You go with the example of rice, wheat, ragi, all those things. It was less before, now it is high. So these are the factors. And the next one is marketing methods used. How the marketing method is used. Understand the small scale industry and a big industry, right? Big industry. Now what happens? The way the small scale industry, now they cannot go with huge marketing. The minute huge marketing happens here, the selling price will be more, because you need to include marketing also in your total cost, and you need to go with the same. Now when you go with huge marketing publicity, you want Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan or anybody, celebrity, to come and endorse your product. Now they will definitely go for a charge. You are supposed to add that in the total cost also. That means what will happen? Selling price will become definitely more. But when you compare the small scale industry, the product what they make is, they can use digital media, they can use Facebook or social medias, any kind of a thing, and then they can market it. Now what will happen? The pricing is less than the big industries. That's why, students, all these are the factors which affects the pricing determination. The first one is product cost, how much the cost of the product is. Next is the utility and demand. Is there any demand? Now because of demand, the pricing is more. Now demand is less, pricing will be less. Now utility, the more people are buying it, using it, definitely what will happen is the pricing is more. Given an example, in 2006 or 2005, the cigarettes rate was very less. Now if you compare with 2020, the cigarette rates are more. The reason is utility and demand, plus I'll tell you the government and legal regulations. So these are the things which you are supposed to know. Next one is extent of competition in the market. Also pricing will vary. You have telephones, you have mobiles, you have so many other kind of a thing. Due to the competition, what happens is there is a fluctuation in the price of mobile phones. Pricing objective, there are like short term plans and the long term plans. Short term plans, what usually happens is you go with skimming, that is you charge high and then you come to the low. When you go with a long term, what happens is you go with penetration, that is you will charge less initially, later it will go because utility and demand is more. The last one is marketing method use. Marketing method, gigantic companies or the industries, they use gigantic kind of a resources in the marketing, that is they'll go with more marketing things. It will happen, they'll go with holding, they'll go with pamphlets, they'll go with advertisement in the channels or movies, endorsing the product, all those things they'll do. When it comes to the small scale industry, they can't go with it, they'll go with digital marketing or any kind of a door-to-door marketing or any concept, that we call it as the marketing methods which are used. So these are the factors which affects determination. Hope you have understood all the things which I have told you, students. If not, you are supposed to just call us. We are always there. Vidyashram is the only college which is there to help you whenever you feel like. We are just a touch away. Thank you. I'll see you when I see you.